motels that I told you about, all over the place. Now that obviously the motels, what do you think? And so there's now like a really kind of, you know, like dense population of sex workers, a little bit different shade than you would see on my end, Orange Grove, and lots of protectors and lots of Johns, and lots of action going down. Um, you know, substance sellers and hustling and all that stuff. Again, very concentrated on this corner of Tiny Naylor's, where there was the block away convenience and the other block away convenience when I was 14. I didn't, I'm not going to say how I got to that place, but we'll skip that part. Across from Tiny Naylor's, you had this like hemorrhaging of music. I think they played, I'm almost sure they played the station on the outside of the building, not loudly. And it was KRLA, Art LeBeau, very famous locally for playing 50s music forever. I mean, the guy, I guess until he died or they mowed the place down, was playing 1950s music from I wish I could remember the jingle, but KRLA. It's, I think, probably one of the oldest music AM stations in Los Angeles was. And that was across from Tiny Naylor's. So, like I said, there's probably been 7 trillion movies shot there because it, I mean, like for me, even locally, it was a big, like, you know, James Bond dream, right? Because I moved from my little Fiat and the Camaro and all this other stuff you've heard about until I got my own car. And one of them, first that I've mentioned on a car show with us, were Rovers, 1974 Rovers, which literally looked like James Bond bullet cars. I had a silver one and I had a green one in succession. Second one with the sunroof. First one had speakers in the headsets, in the headrest. So driving to Tiny Naylor's in that car was, of course, like, you know, like a something dream for me and my friends, pulling in there. But then again, it was sketchy because it was always crowded. So you had to kind of linger like a car wash to see when the next space was opening. And y'all didn't want to mess with any certain people's waiting for their space, because I've seen scenes go down at Tiny Naylor's. You know, it was a drive-in, but as the years went on, it was more of an eventful and an attraction. But I milked it for what it's worth before they tore it down and they built like some hideous Wendy's with warehouse records and a print shop. I don't know. So anyway, that is my little sort of previewed East End Sunset Boulevard scene. Not scene like I've been talking about East Hollywood, taking over East Hollywood. That's the nightclubs. Those were the nightclubs and the underground clubs and the after hours parties and clubs that I was going to deep into, sort of, you know, like, you know, the core of East Hollywood. A different scene. A different age, different everything. So thanks for joining me tonight. I hope I was true to form with the topic. It's always nice to, I would say see you, but I guess be with you virtually. And I look forward to sharing with you tomorrow. Pretty predictable. Clip of the day, preview of the show, teaser for the show, and the show in 2 halves. Okay, till then, take care of yourself, be good to those you care about, and I'll see you. Bye.